Ladies and gentlemen, yes, it's been a while, but this is much deserved. We're not going to treat the championship final with no official review from LEG TV. Your commissioner, John David Brake. How you doing? What a season it has been. Full of upsets, full of chokes, full of newcomers in the championship, full of some old familiar faces trying to recapture and get that one final juicy moment of success on the mountain of LEG. Of course, I'm talking about Joe Murdoch, his second appearance now in the LEG, versus Dave Plough, who's never finished more than 7-6 in this league. That's been his best year. He was just 4-10 last year. He is in the championship. Let's go to the bracket and see how it all shook out. Of course, Plough had the bye, but Joe had to get here the hard way, taking out Party Like a Gronk Star in the first round, and then the huge upset over the number one team all season long. Really kind of fell apart there for the old Shookster with some injuries. Not his fault, of course. He seemingly had another awesome backup. But here we are, Dave Plough, Joe Murdoch, the championship for the 2022 LEG Championship Golden Cake Trophy. And let's just go right to it. Let's look down the line here. But first, before we acknowledge that, let's also acknowledge the two-time Hoffa winner, our former three-time champion, Austin Stoll, now recapturing the Hoffa, becoming the first multi-champion, multi-Hoffa. He has finished last, first, and last in his last 5 seasons here at the LEG. Incredible. If you're not first, you're last, Ricky Bobby style. All right. Let's go to the championship match. This is for all the marbles, and man, this is a close projection, closer than what I originally thought it was going to be. Let's go ahead and look at the rosters here for Joe versus Dave. We got the quarterbacks. I'm giving the advantage, obviously, the third overall best quarterback, Joe Burrow, having an amazing season. Now, the receivers here are very interesting. You wouldn't think that Christian Kirk and Garrett Wilson would be names that pop out immediately. But those are two players that could go off at a moment's notice, especially with Kirk against Houston. Then we got St. Brown for the Bears game with the Detroit Lions. He's projected to score 20. He's been the big points getter there. And T. Higgins, also one of Joe Burrow's favorite weapons. So, again, Plough taking advantage of the Cincinnati offense. So look at the running backs here. Najee Harris, Leonard Fournette, before the draft, top players. This season, not so much, although Najee Harris is performing as of late, and he's going up against a very good running back duo with Nick Chubb and Christian McCaffrey. Advantage Plough, without a doubt. How about the tight ends? You know, the tight ends are closer than you think here. Greg Kittle, who has, scored 57 points the last 2 games. He is going against TJ Hawkinson, who's the number 2 overall tight end. Like 100 points behind Kelsey, but still, he's the top of that tier 2. It's Kelsey and then tier 2, which TJ Hawkinson happens to be at the top. Now, his games have been very top heavy. He's had 30-point games and then like 5-point games. Greg Kittle, on the other hand, ever since Brock Purdy has taken over, which, by the way, Joe is starting, George Kittle has performed like crazy. I'm going to give the slight edge to Joe because Kittle has been on fire, but they might shut him down early against the Raiders. We'll see. I think he's going to get a lot of points against the Raiders here. Now, in the flex, this is very interesting. Drake London, who is the number 1 pass option in Atlanta that doesn't have a passing game, versus Tyler Boyd, another Cincinnati wide receiver who's not even the best flex option for Plough right now. But as it currently stands, he is starting Tyler Boyd there. I don't like it. I think he should go another direction. I'll get to that later. But as far as the defense, I give the flex edge to Joe right now. The kicker edge, who cares? The defense, I give to Plough. A little, depending on, again, Mason Crosby's probably going to get a lot of tackles because he'll be on the field a lot. But Joe's got Greenlaw and the Niners, who just is a tackling machine. Oh, boy. That's really close. I'm going to give the slight edge to Joe, actually. I'm flipping. He's got great safeties there. I like Joe's defense better. Now, here are my keys to victory for each team. We're going to highlight a player that needs to perform and bring their A game in order to win the championship. Let's go to Joe's team. For me, the key to him winning is he's got to have a huge performance from Najee Harris. Najee Harris, one of the biggest draft busts so far, other than Jonathan Taylor, but has come on as of late, and they're running the ball a lot. Now, he is going against the Baltimore Ravens, 26th ranked defense against running backs for points. If he can get a 20-point game, I think Joe can win this, even though he's only projected to score 170, which is still a lot. But Plough, on the other hand, projected to score 175. And this is what Plough needs to do, in my opinion. Keys to win in that flex spot. You got to go Deontay Foreman. He's on the bench right now. He scored 18 points the last time he played Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is even better against the run than the Ravens. But Deontay Foreman is our running back too. He might score more points than Najee Harris, and he's riding on the bench right now. He's projected to score 12. He's clearly in a timeshare with Chuba Hubbard there. However, he still gets the touches. He still gets the goal line carries. He still gets the touchdowns. And those are my keys to victory. My final prediction for this championship series. I know I want Joe to win, but unfortunately, we are in the darkest timeline. I think Dave Plough wins the 2022 LEG Golden Cake Trophy and puts his name amongst elite company in this league. May God help us all. Have a happy new year. See you next time.
I didn't want to explode in front of him. He said, I was trying to seem cool in front of him.
I was too. I called him